What's going on, everybody? It is the Wolfman of Comedy coming back at you for another episode of Howling at Life. This episode is brought to you by the letters F and U. What's going on, everybody? Getting down for another episode of Howling at Life. I want to thank everybody in the Wolf Pack out there for listening. Greatly much appreciate it. On Spotify, we're up to 1,217 plays, y'all. All right, I want to say thank you for everybody for that.
Yes, wow.
And you can always follow me on any of my social medias, Facebook or Instagram. I got 3 different Instagrams. Facebook, Big Adrian Lopez, Big Adrian all one word. And then Instagram, you got Big Daddy L714, Wolf Daddy 714, and you have Big Adrian Comedy. Gracias. Thank you. In studio right here, what we got? We got F to the M, Frankie the Monster.
What is up, guys?
Look, Frankie's still in a fucking food coma from last night, okay? We got leftovers, we got a la verga. We ate a lot of shit. We'll get to it right now, recap a little bit of this weekend. And there's a lot of stuff we're going to talk about today. We've been really in a good place. Yes. I know Frankie, we were talking, and Spooky Bitch we were talking, and there's a lot of movement forward. There's a lot of stuff going on, which is crazy because, you know, we're in December, bro, right? Yeah. We're in December. And it's interesting. We got like maybe another 3 weeks left of this year.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And there's a lot of moving parts that are happening. You know what I'm saying? A lot of movement forward. Possibly, you know, there's a lot of things that are going to be happening right pretty soon. And you know, we've been trying to enjoy and you know, go through our things. And the Monster Squad was able to hang out last night, have a fucking great time, and we're going to kind of recap that. And so a lot of things are going to be coming up, but we're in a really good spot right now to be able to end the year fucking strong, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Fucking in that bitch strong. And this is kind of something that I was talking about in the last episode, bro. I mean, you were here. I did a solo episode. Sorry, I had to hydrate. There was something that I mentioned in the last episode about, you know, we got a lot of shit, a lot of dead weight still. We got a lot of things that a lot of us, you know, are going through or whatever, you know what I mean? But like, we only got a few weeks left of this year.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And, you know, it's time to let some of that shit go, whether it's people, whether it's fucking resentments, grudges, or whatever it is. Maybe your negative fucking self-talk. Whatever it is, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, dude, let's end this year fucking strong so we can get into the new year of 2025, dog. You know what I'm saying? And not be carrying all that bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
But it looks like there's a lot of movement forward. I know for me, there was a lot of fucking growth that happened this week. You know, there's a lot of possibilities, opportunities. You know, we were kind of talking about that, and we'll kind of review that. But having one of those fucking episodes, we're gonna kind of review all this shit, right, going on. I still have not fucking been able to pay that subscription for this thing to get the movie uploaded, y'all. I know you all are waiting. But a lot of my money might be tied up into possibly moving into a house, y'all.
Yeah.
So interesting enough, you know, there might be some plans going on. So I'm trying to get this movie out there, but at the same time, I'm like, I need to save some money. So we're seeing what's going to happen with that, but it'll be out before the end of the year, probably by next week for sure.
Yes.
If not the following week or something, it'll be out this year. I was a little late on trying to get it out there, but it's there, it's finished. I'm ready to do what we got to do. But we'll figure it out. But so what's going on with you, Frankie? Let's get a little recap from you, big dog. I know you haven't been here for a few weeks. But a little recap about your life, what's happening, like how do you feel for yourself, that you're kind of ending this fucking year, bro?
Man, you know, ending this
All right,
year.
thank you, Frankie. So what haven't done that in a while, dog.
I love it. No, man.
Like, don't do it again, bitch.
No, man. I feel like this year I've ended. I feel like I'm ending strong, mentally. Emotionally. And a little bit physically. I feel all three spots. I haven't hit my head point yet, but I feel like I've been progressing forward enough that I feel like I'm doing good in these three areas at my pace. You know what I mean? And I got a couple things going on. Moving forward, I got a car coming in that I might be taking over famous car, so now be able to have my own vehicle, for this time around.
Oh shit, that's right, bro. Fuck, well, Frankie fucking have his own vehicle. Hey, how's that going though? I thought you were gonna take it over this month or something.
Yeah,
or is it gonna happen pretty soon or what?
Yeah, so basically, I'm waiting for this from my mom's boyfriend to talk to this guy. I think that this week to see once he gets a ride with them, he'll be able to give me the car.
For the car.
Yeah, for the
car. I thought you were just waiting for your mom's boyfriend. I'm like, Frankie, I too. Like, what? There's a lot of things happened since you were gone, bro. Thanksgiving, and then you started switching teams.
So that's going on, that kind of stuff. Relationship wise, I feel like I've gotten better, better relationship with my brother. My brother's in a better spot. I'm so proud of him. Getting this new job has helped him. Being a little bit more focused on him. He's thriving in the spots that I see him that he was, missing out on. Now, he's getting more responsible. He's now realizing what it really costs to be a fucking adult, right? Paying bills, paying for fucking car insurance. You know what I mean? I just told him, last week, I'm like, dude, your car needs a new battery, my boy. He's like, oh shit. I go, the tax are coming up, bro. Oh shit. You know what I mean? So now
Adulting.
Now he's getting a taste of it, So now he's like, oh, what do I do?
Fuck that. Take that back. Fuck adulting, bro.
You know what I mean? And yes, fuck adulting, But it's funny, man, to see him, now, as he's growing, getting older, man, and see him, trying to be responsible, man. I'm so proud of him, man, To see him in the spot where he was at a couple months ago and see him where he is now, dude, I'm so proud of him.
That's
man.
right. That's right.
So proud of him, man.
Hey, but if you don't mind me saying though, bro, I mean, you're talking about your brother right now and seeing where he's at, but I'm proud of you too for you growing as his brother, right. Taking that role to be that role in his life. I know that you've been processing a lot with yourself to try to figure out, I know the relationship is being better and whatever because you mentioned it before, and I see it on you, you know what I mean. But you gotta give yourself props too, bro, because in the relationship. You've grown. You've learned how to be more of a brother to him, bro.
Right.
You've learned how to be there for him better in when he's growing. You know what I'm saying? So it's not just I think him that's getting better. I think you're getting better with him too, bro. You know what I mean? That's some good shit.
Right. Thank you, man. Thank you.
Because it's weird, man. Like when you're adulting and like if anybody's even tripping out, like all my Christmas presents are bought, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, but when you look at, I'm just waiting for Amazon to deliver all my shit this week, God dang it, because I gotta start packing this crap. But there's a couple things I think for us, like when we're reflecting back, and really that's what this is. It's a really big reflecting episode. We start looking back at the things that are working well. We start looking at that, and as we're doing that, bro, but we're also playing a part in that. You know what I'm saying? It's not just like he's growing or whatever and all this other stuff that you've been mentioning. I mean, the reality is you also have too. You know what I'm saying? Like you're more hopeful. I think you're more focused in your lane. I know that you cared for your brother, and you do. You got a big heart, bro. You know what I'm saying? And but I think you're starting to focus on self more. Yeah. With like even in your physical, right? You're talking about your physical, your finances.
Yes.
You moving forward and doing something with your where you're at in life, bro, and moving forward. So you're also doing a good job, big dog. You know what I'm saying?
Man. Thank you, man.
So that's some good shit for sure, bro. You know what I'm saying? But how's everything else going with you? I know the brother thing's going good. It looks like whatever. You're okay. So I'm gonna let you know. So me and the Monster Squad are part of this fucking we check in with each other. We're on this chat on Instagram, right? And Frankie's stories about his fucking work. Some of us wish we had the job, and some of us are like, fuck that shit. Because Frankie always has the weirdest stories about where he works. You said that there was a
code on Thursday when I worked, and we tackled this female because she did not want to get, she didn't want to do protocol. We had to do skin check and all that, process her. She didn't want to do it, so we had to tackle her to the ground, man. And we dealt with her for like over an hour, 20 minutes on the ground. She called us every cuss word in the book that you can think about. She told us we were all racist, assholes, and this and that. And I mean, dude, it was just crazy. And we struggled with her. And two of my coworkers got bit. One got scratched. One of the nurses got hurt. I'm praying for her. Hope that she recovers, gets well, man. But she got a broken ankle, man.
Wow, yeah. Jesus Christ, bro.
I mean, it was one of those days. And I woke up Thursday in the
Hey, where do you work at? Amazon? Because during the holiday season, it kind of picks up a little bit. You know what I mean? But
right.
Imagine, bro.
I know.
Why is my fucking package late?
I know.
We're getting bit.
Yeah.
But you know, and look, y'all. I did a study, or I read something a few years back that talked about, like, normally, like, October, November, especially in December, there's a lot of reflecting, you know?
Yes.
So we're having a reflecting episode is what we're doing.
Of course.
And that's why I wanted to kind of have this with Frankie, because I know that me and Frankie have been talking, and the Monster Squad will be hanging out. We hung out last night. We were able to go to the Reign of Terror Christmas edition.
Yes.
That was in Thousand Oaks. That was a blast, dude, to get out there, have a little mesh of Halloween with Christmas and the maze and stuff like that. And it was cool.
Yes.
Even though we went through it, like in October, we still got fucking scared.
Yes.
And I was flapping every time I was walking around like this and shit. And I was like, yeah, that's cool. I'm not scared. You're scared. What's up? What's up, good dog? And I was flapping a lot. I think I popped once.
Yeah.
I was resting today. There's a lot of physical shit going on. But it was cool to have that little fucking deal. We hung out, and I know we're gonna be hanging out this week. We're doing a White Elephant gift exchange.
Yes.
And game night, right? We're gonna be doing both. We're
Yes.
swinging both because we're still gotta get that Goonies fucking game for sure.
Yes.
And really learn how to play it and get in there. We gotta look at the video again, all of us, and kind of get in there and all that kind of shit. So. But we're hanging out a little bit more. And you know, a lot of times when I read about this study, it talks about psychologically towards the end of the year, we start reflecting back, you know what I mean, at the year, at the past, or whatever. That's why we start making New Year's resolutions for January. So in December especially, we look backwards so we can see what we can do better moving forward.
Makes sense.
See what I'm saying?
Yes.
And I know that for a lot of us getting in here, some people are still in shock that it's December already.
Yeah.
Shit's going on. I mean, think about it. The first week of December is already gone. Times has been flying fucking by, dude. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like last night when we were out at Thousand Oaks, when we were at the Reign of Terror, I was like, it's fucking cold. When did this happen? I said, bitch, it's December, dog. It should be happening, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think that a lot of times we don't realize, like, time's passing by. We kind of just try to get through the days. But I think a lot of us, too, we don't realize how fast this time is kind of going a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So as we're doing that, yeah, you got to make the most out of your fucking days, bro. And you got to really find that time to kind of look back and see, like, well, look, fucking, like, what am I doing? And what am I doing well? Let me keep doing that and whatever, you know, and that kind of shit. So I think it's good to reflect.
Oh, yeah.
You know, sometimes we don't give ourselves that chance to do that. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So it's good shit, like I said. And it's cool when you reflect. You start getting a little more grateful because you start seeing how good kind of life is.
Right.
And hey, man, there's certain opportunities and possibilities of moving forward. There's certain things going on. Certain things that can happen a little bit.
Right.
You know what I mean? I know Sexy Sasquatch and Lady Yeti, right? They got their little shit going on, which is cool. Congrats, bro. That should be happening this week.
Wow, cool.
Yeah, I think by like Wednesday or something, Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday, some bullshit, right? Movement happening forward. You know, I'm forward, you're forward. Fucking, you know, a spooky bitch forward. I was telling her about that because she was doing her work, and you know, I was telling her like how she's her third class already is gonna start on Tuesday, and how she's kind of like. So she was telling me this, bro. So when she first started, she was a wreck, bro. Oh, fuck school and adulting shit, bullshit, and whatever. And then, like, I saw her doing school today, and she had her fucking buzz. She goes, I found these tools and shit and whatever. Like, and she was already mastering it. I go, I was only two classes, bro. Like, don't talk to me. You have chips and salsa? You know, I'm trying to give her snacks, bro. Like, here, just keep doing your school. Fuck it.
Feed the beast.
Fuck it, bro. Feed the beast and just let me rest. You know what I mean?
That's right.
So there's a lot of good shit, you know, happening forward. I think reflecting and stuff, and you know, a lot of us can get into a negative fucking reflecting mode.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, let me ask you this, you know, and I'll kind of chime in on it too. But like, you know, whenever you have had a chance to kind of reflect, like, have you ever had a time when you reflected and you kind of it didn't do you good to get grateful? It actually did the opposite.
Yeah, dude.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I've had a moment where I reflected and I was like, oh, let me reflect and look back what I've done, and everything that I tried to make positive turned to shit or either turned to negative, and I just focused more on the negative than the fucking positive. You know what I mean? And then the negative outweighed more of the fucking positive. You know. You know what I mean? And I'm just like, how is that possible? You know what I mean? And then doing that, reflecting, it just put me in a fucking bad mood, and I'm like, whatever. You know what I mean? And I just decided like to shut it down. But it's like, dude, like I know there's positive things that I've done, but I don't know how my mind goes to decide weigh out more the negative than the fucking positive. Well, I trip out on that sometimes.
Well, and you know what's really weird about that, bro? Like, and I've noticed this, and this is why I'm saying this. A lot of us, we get into a reflective mode and we look more at what we don't have.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Than what we have and what's to come.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? And think about it. Like, if you're looking at life in that aspect, especially when you're reflecting, right? A lot of us can easily sink into that negative mode.
Right.
And you're only thinking about the past, but you're not thinking about present and future. And that you might still have two winning fucking hands with present and future.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And I'll give it to you an example. Say you have, like, what's your favorite soda?
Pepsi.
Pepsi. Okay, cool. So this is sponsored by Coca-Cola. But okay, so say Pepsi, right? Say you buy like a 6-pack of Pepsi and shit. Okay. You somebody drinks your soda or whatever, and you're like, fuck, somebody drank my fucking soda. And it's one that's gone, right? But you're not allowing yourself to see the 5 that you still got.
Okay.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what reflecting is like.
Okay.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's easy to fucking be pissed off about the one, and I've done that before. Like, who the fuck drank my caffeine-free, zero fucking no sugar, fucking no calorie, fucking do. But I don't see all the rest of the shit I got.
Right.
See what I mean? And it's like, but I still got all these those drink in the future. You know what I mean? They're still mine or whatever the fuck it is.
Right.
And so a lot of us, we look at what we don't got instead of what we got and seeing how it can fucking, you know, benefit us in the future.
Ooh, wow. Yeah, you're right. Definitely right.
It's, you know what that reminds me of though too, like, you know, you're talking about your health, and I am too. That's why I got the exercise bike right now, and I was riding it while I was watching an episode. You know, I mean, Sundays apparently is a good day to fucking just like get on the bike for like 30 minutes, bro, blah blah blah, whatever, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I did my shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why this is all loose and shit. I put on my fucking my gym shirt and then my fucking little sauna fucking vest on top of it. I was like, I'm riding, bro. I'm riding, right?
Yeah.
And I got it, right? And it's funny because, like, a lot of times, even with losing weight, right, we look at so much more weight to lose, and we forget to see, like, I've already lost this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We're easy to get in a reflective mode like that.
Yeah. And it's easy because, you know, you're absolutely right. And, you know, what sometimes that reminds me, too, is that also, too, when we get into that mode of negativity, we start comparing ourselves to others, you know what I mean?
Sure.
You know what I mean? I know I fucking did it. You know, I compared myself,
right.
Oh man, to this person. Oh, this person has a fucking car. I don't got a car. You know what I mean? Like, I started being ungrateful. You know what I mean? But I'm not realizing, like, hey, at least I have a fucking car to get to work, motherfucker. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, I forget about that shit. You know, just because I see somebody else having a shiny fucking car. You know.
You know what's trippy you mentioned about that, bro? I think I did a group on Friday because I'm at this job. I'm rocking it, whatever, right? And I had this group. I saw a couple houses this week too, and I was really hopeful. And even Spooky Bitch was like, "Well, yeah, I don't want to get my hopes up or whatever." But I go, "Well, yeah, no, I get it." But at the same time, I am hopeful because if nothing else happens, at least that little fucking ball started getting rolling. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, "Fuck it, bro. It feels good to have like some hope for the future, dog." You know what I mean? Especially during this time of year. You know, there's a lot of ODs, there's a lot of, especially my work, there's been a lot of relapsing, a lot of ODs, a lot of this, a lot of shit going on, happening. A lot of people kind of still struggling, right? Because we're getting closer to the holidays and whatever. And I started kind of like really reflecting back about a lot of the shit that I do have going on. That's going on right though. You know what I mean? And that's one of the things that I kind of really realized. I was having this group, and this guy was talking about like, yeah, well, I got this job and whatever, but I'm gonna have to take the bus. And you could see it. Everybody's like, "Ah, the bus is rough." He goes, "Yeah, but you know what?" And it was crazy for him to redirect that fucking energy. We're like, "Yeah, but I got a job, and at least I can do this, and I'll try it out, and whatever." And you know, I heard the job you got, and I was like, "Well, fuck it, bro. You got a job, bro. You're gonna figure it out, right?"
Right.
And a lot of us we do. You know, it was cool to see that in some of the clients that I was talking with on Friday, to see where they were like not sinking themselves into that fucking negative reflection, but using that reflection to kind of, you know,
counter it.
Yeah, dude, they were countering it, and they were getting into more of a positive, like, optimism. You know what I mean? Kind of a deal. So it was cool to see. It was the same thing what happened when we were last night when we went to the Reign of Terror, that Halloween, that Christmas edition, right?
Yeah.
You know, you see the Christmas tree, but you hear the fucking the Halloween music,
yeah, the screams,
and then you realize how creepy fucking like Christmas music really fucking is, bro.
Yeah.
Sleigh bells ring, are you listening? No, nah, bitch,
no,
I'm trying to sleep.
Hey, but that song's playing while you're walking through a fucking black fucking tunnel, you know? Like, what the fuck? You know what tripped me out about that maze is that one where, like, you couldn't see? I was, like, trying to hold on to it.
Okay, so we're going to reflect on this because we kind of touched on the topic already, right? A little reflection shit. So I'm going to tell y'all. So we went out, and Reign of Terror is a maze in Thousand Oaks. They had a 2-night Christmas edition thing.
Yes.
You know, if anybody wanted to go and have a little scare for the holiday season and shit. And so me, Spooky Bitch, Frankie, and Sasquatch, Sexy Sasquatch, we all went. And, you know, we're cruising up there. We're blah, blah, this and that, right? We're like, all right, let's get ready. And then the lines were very short, which is great. So we got in there. We got to eat afterwards, and we'll get to that in a minute. So we got in there, and like, it's funny because we got in there, and they have all this, like, Christmas stuff. Like, they're Halloween decorations, but they added a little Christmas flair.
Yes.
Some of the fucking zombies or some of the monsters have, like, Christmas hats or fucking, like Christmas lights or some bullshit. And they look freakier Christmas edition than they did Halloween edition, right?
Yes.
So it was weird, and then they had like some Christmas music, and it was like old school, but like, you know, whatever. And you kind of hear how creepy that shit is, you know what I mean? It was weird, bro. Like it kind of tripped us out. So we went through some mazes, and again, we've gone through this before, but I started going first, and I started getting like a little like, what the fuck, right? And so all of us were getting scared in one way or another, right? And Frankie, man, so Frankie gets scared easily because he goes to get scared, right? But he's motherfucker's like, he lives with demons at his house, bro, and he still gets scared and shit, dog. You know what I mean? Duendes. But he still gets scared in his fucking pad, right? So it's fucking weird. And so I look back, I think it was like about a halfway through or some shit. I look back and Frankie's like, and Frankie's fucking sweating, bro. Fucking, he's losing it, dog. I go, Frankie, how you doing? I'm always checking in on you throughout the mazes too, huh?
Yes, all the time. Frankie, you okay? Yeah, I'm okay.
Yeah, I'm fucking fine, bro. And Frankie has this thing where he gets nervous and he's sweating, bro.
Yeah.
Fuck, shit, fuck. And he's grabbing his fucking hoodie, right? Because it's a zip up.
Yeah.
And so he's fucking grabbing. He's like, don't fight. I'm fine. Okay. And I go like this, so I flap. Whenever I get scared, I flap. And so as a little chicken, like flap, right? So there's a room where we go in and it's all fucking like fog, right?
Yes.
And it's a white room with fog, so you can't see nothing.
Nothing.
And so I think it was Sasquatch, it was a Spooky Bitch, me, and then you.
Yeah.
So then Sasquatch, I go in there going, I can't see, bro.
Yeah.
It's just full of fog. It's all white. And it's like, fuck, I think there's a light or some shit.
Yeah.
You can't see. And so I'm start doing this. I go, what the fuck? I'm waiting for somebody to come out, bro. So I see Sasquatch start slowing down, and he's a big motherfucker, dog. Yeah. He's like, all right. And he's creeping down. He goes, I don't know where I'm going. I'm like, okay. So we're all huddled together. But I see that he's like, I don't know. And I think he reached back for Spooky Bitch. I think. Yeah, so Spooky Bitch is here. But so he reaches back, and I see Spooky Bitch kind of blink. You know what I mean? Like she became a hemorrhoid on his ass. And I was like, that's fine. It's fine. It's a cute ass. Fucking fuck it. You know, do it. But then I grab Spooky Bitch, and as soon as I'm grabbing her, I feel somebody grab me. I go, it better be Frankie. And so we're all kind of huddled and whatever. And there's a point where I'm grabbing, but I started extending my elbow because I wanted to see like where the fuck, how big is the room?
Yeah, me too.
So I felt the wall. I said, all right, the wall's there, but I couldn't feel the wall on this side. And I go, nah, bitch, something's gonna happen.
Yep.
So we finally get out of the room. And we're like, oh, we're good. And I think we were still kind of huddled together, bro, like trying to get out of that fucking room. Right? That's the one you're talking about?
Yes, that's the one I was talking about. And then the one where the deputy goes, "Come here."
Okay, so this is the thing. So halfway through the maze,
yes.
there's always a redirect. Actually, there's two parts of the maze. There's a redirect.
Yes.
So you go through like the halfway point, and there's a deputy that kind of like, he's funny, but he's like insulting at the same time, right?
Yeah.
And so we're all standing up. All right, motherfucker. So he was talking shit on the little kid or the dude that's like short.
Yeah.
Because we saw him when we took pictures with like Scary Santa at the end, right?
Yeah.
And there's this guy that he's like, I'm 5'3". I said, no, you're not, bitch. You're like 4'2", you little fucking midget. And so he's there, right? And the guy's talking shit. He goes, these fucking elves, fucking kids, or whatever. He was talking shit. So we get in there. And every time we've gone through this, the last two times, this time and the one before, Spooky Bitch is always taken to the front.
Yes.
Somehow she's fucking got some whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
He scans her like, oh, you? In the front. Fuck it. So she's always going to the front.
Right.
And I think the reason is Santino's sick. He's a sicko because he looks like he's having fun getting scared. So they don't want to put him forward. So they're always trying to get like somebody, whatever.
Right.
So then Spooky Bitch goes in, and then again, we all huddle together like, I don't want to be in front. Adrian, get in front. Fuck you. It's your turn. And shit. So then there was a point where Spooky Bitch stops. She goes, you haven't been in front yet. You go in front like, I don't want to get in front, motherfucker. I go, here we go. So I go in the front, right? And that was the second time because you stop by and it's like a jail fucking setting, and then that sheriff or something, he goes like, who hasn't been in front, whatever, but somewhere like, so we're always switching who goes in front.
Yeah.
Well, when the deputy goes, he goes, have you been in front the longest? I said, yeah. Fucking Spooky Bitch is like, no, you haven't. I said, shut the fuck up, bitch. I was like, yes, I have. I've been in front for like a quarter of this bitch. So he goes, who's the one that gets scared the most? I go, fucking Frankie. The guy looks at Frankie and goes, come here, big boy. And Frankie's sweating. He goes, okay. Okay. So then he tells you to go in front for like the last portion of the chingadera, right? Yep. Right? Fucking hilarious fucking time, bro. Fucking what a great time. Reign of Terror, if you can. They might be having a one, and they usually have it in April. It's halfway to Halloween and shit. If you ever have a chance to go, $40 and you fucking great time.
Yes, man. Great time.
Hey, let me ask you though, since you're on here, what was the scariest one for you, part of that maze?
The last part when they came out the cage, you know, the cells?
Bullshit. You know, I'm gonna tell you what now. What's the scariest part?
I remember the fucking the
reindeer.
The reindeer. That motherfucker scared the shit out of me.
So there's a portion where like it's the woods, right? And they have these fucking big old werewolves, right?
Yeah.
Before a door, before you go into the next part or whatever. And they're in there, so you're looking around like something's gonna jump out, right? And you're like, nah. So you're looking, and they do this really well because you look at the werewolves and they're really cool fucking statues. Yes. They're big statues, like 7 foot fucking something, right? They're lit up well, and they had Santa hats on. We're like, okay, that's cool. So I see Frankie. You were in the front, So I'm behind Frankie, and I see this, and he's looking like, yeah, that's cool. And he looked like this, and this fucking person in a regular fucking just reindeer outfit, cute little fucking cuddly, whatever, comes out for him. And I see Frankie fucking bunch up, bro, like he's about to punch the chick. It's in there, and I know it was a female. I saw the body frame, right? And he comes up, whatever. She's like, "Merry Christmas!" I'm like, "Motherfucker!"
Yeah.
That was. You remember?
Yes, I do. Oh my god, that was it scared the fuck out of me. And I don't know. I think they do it. I think they do it on purpose.
Yeah, it's on purpose.
No, but listen. I think they did it on purpose. Like they put the two werewolves to like distract you. So like when you're about to come out, they fuck come out and scare you. You know what I mean? Because I was focused and I was like, oh shit.
That's the one that scared me last time, I think. Somebody came out and it was like a lumberjack or some bullshit. And at the end, of course, you take pictures with Scary Santa.
Yes.
And they have some memorabilia. And Sasquatch was cool to give me a Nutcracker, Vampire Edition Nutcracker, which was really cool. I haven't put up yet because, again, I might be moving. But that's freaking cool. They had a lot of Halloween / kind of stuff going on. Yeah. What a great fucking night, man. I can't tell enough. Reign of Terror, thank you so much for putting it on. Really fun, cool. You know what was trippy when we were in line? And I was like, Santa! Because I was trying to do that elf thing, you know, whatever, right?
Yeah.
And Santa was like a creepy Santa, and he looks at me and goes, and then he just looks. And I went, and then we kept eye contact. I go, all right, this is a little uncomfortable because it was like a little too long.
A little too long, yeah.
I was like, fucker, look away. Like, stop, bro. Like,
you know which was creepy too? Krampus, when we passed through the church.
Oh, Krampus?
The Krampus.
But that was a cool outfit, though, bro.
Yeah,
I love that fucking Krampus outfit.
Yeah,
sure.
that one was badass.
Yeah, that was cool. Okay, so we got through the maze. We got through the fucking, you know, I got my little gift, whatever. And then we're fucking starving, right? So we went to Buca di Beppo, okay, Italian restaurant. I said, let's go get some Italian food, okay? So now this was a fucking trip. If anybody hasn't been there, great food, excellent portions, a little pricey, but like we didn't realize why it was going to be pricey. Let's just put it that way. But if you've never gone to Buca di Beppo, there's a few locations. If you can go, it's great food, whatever. You're going to spend money. Now, part of the thing is, some of the pictures on there, it's all Italian fucking based pictures and whatever. Some of the fucking pictures are creepy as fuck. So we were sitting in a table, and across the way there's this room, and it has this big table, right, for like a big party, right, like a circle table. It has a Lazy Susan on the top, right, that moves around, and it has a bust of the Pope, the old Pope, and it just, the Pope is just sitting at us,
yes,
looking at us, and we're like, nah, bitch, we just went through a maze, motherfucker. Like, no.
Yeah, I think he had his hands crossed or whatever. You know what I mean? And then like he was just like smiling at you. It looked weird.
It was weird,
Yeah.
but we look at the menu, and Spooky Bitch tells me, she goes, hey man, because they have small on the menu. It's a
Yes.
small portion. It's usually about like $39, $40, about $40, right, for the portions for a small. And we're like, fuck, a small, I'm starving, right? So I tell the guy, because I'm trying to look around, I can't see nobody's fucking food.
No.
So I tell Dylan was our guy. Thank you,
Yes.
Dylan. I talked to the guy. I go, hey bro, let me ask you, how big is a small? Because we saw on the menu finally that a small, it feeds up to 3 people, a large up to 5 people. We're like, yeah, bullshit. Like when we go out to eat, they always say that shit. It's a marketing fucking ploy.
Yep.
We're big motherfuckers. That's our portion. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I tell Dylan, our server, I go, hey bro, how big is a small? He goes, it's pretty big. And he showed us like on somebody else's table that they had a bowl of salad. He goes, see that bowl? I go, yeah, it was a pretty hefty bowl, right?
Yeah, it's bowl.
And he goes, that's your small. It's full. We're like, all right, we'll see what's up, right? So all of us, we ordered each an entree. We said, well, we'll just fucking share them, bro. We'll just kind of whatever, right?
Yeah.
So each of us ordered a different pasta, a different dish or whatever, and we're just fucking, bring the bread, keep bringing bread, motherfucker, just bread. We're fucking starving.
Yep.
So he brings the food, and we look at it and we go, fuck, it was a lot of food, bro. Right? He brings these big bowls of pasta and pop. And I was like, son of a bitch, bro.
Yeah.
So we start getting into there, like, yeah, let's go. So we're hungry and we're going at this, and everything tastes fucking phenomenal. It was your first time, Spooky Bitch's first time. What did you think?
Oh my god, I thought everything was great. The food was so delicious, big ass portions, everything made homemade scratch. I mean, the marinara sauce was really delicious. It was my first time having a chicken parmesan like that, you know. And I mean, dude, it was really fucking good. I loved everything. Man, everything was really good.
Frankie was the only one that finished his fucking entree, and then Sasquatch was not me and the Spooky Bitch. Goddammit, we had leftovers. That's what I ate this morning. But when we looked, it was like, fuck, dude. Okay, so we're going to town, right?
Yes.
And this is where reflecting really helps. You should know when the fuck to stop eating. It tasted so fucking good, we couldn't stop. So now we look, Frankie's slowing down. Sasquatch is slowing down. Spooky Bitch is like, I'm fucking getting to the point like, come on, we can do this. And I start realizing, I'm like, no, I can't, bro. My stomach is starting to stretch, bro, right? And I'm looking, I'm like, one more round. It's not happening. You know what I mean? And I'm looking, I'm like, fuck. So now, one by one, everybody starts going to the bathroom, like, I'll be back. I go, oh, fuck, right? So we know we're going to have leftovers, we know whatever. And then so Dylan, oh, wonderful Dylan, starts saying, like, should we have dessert, right?
Oh.
You were gone.
Yeah, I was.
Sassy Sasquatch was gone. Fucking Spooky Butch was tuned out. And so he brings the dessert menu, right? And I go, all right, well, let me see whatever. And they have these pictures on there. And they have this brownie sundae. I said, yeah, fuck it. And I read the thing, and I'm like, oh, it's got 12 brownie bits and 6 scoops of ice cream and fucking this and that. I said, yeah, bring it. When he brings it, I'm sitting across from Frankie. So it's Frankie's across from me, Sexy Sasquatch is diagonal, and Spooky Bitches is to my right. We're in this table. I'm looking at Frankie and I said, hey, I ordered us a fucking deal. I had everybody read what it is. They read it. They go, okay, whatever. I know that the dessert is coming when I see Frankie's fucking face change. Frankie's face went, oh shit, oh fuck, right?
I see it coming out.
So he saw it coming out. And this thing, with no lie, was as bigger than like 2 portions of my head together.
Yes.
That fucking thing came in a big old thing. If anybody's seen the social media, Sexy Sasquatchers or Spooky Bitches or mine, whatever, you've seen how big this fucking thing is. We went to fucking town on this motherfucker. We didn't leave that shit.
No.
We had fun with it. Fucking, it was hilarious. Dude, when I started eating the end of it, bro, I was like, it was dripping shit off the spoon, bro. And then we still had like an hour and a half drive back, bro. Like, fuck.
Yeah.
Great time. Fucking the price was phenomenal for everything, bro.
Yes.
If you ever have a chance, Buca de Beppo, go for it, but
Beppo.
you're gonna fucking eat, dog.
Yes.
The funny part about it though, when we were eating, right? Because you see certain pictures of certain things that they don't really show the size, how big it is. I forgot who it was. Was it you or was it Sasquatch that wanted the lasagna?
Oh, me.
Okay. So it was like a maybe, right?
Yeah.
We're like, whatever. We saw the lasagna being delivered, right?
Yes.
To like another table. We went, what the fuck? That thing was huge, bro.
It looked like it was like a big old brick of like a cake, like huge.
Huge though, dog. You know what I mean?
It looked like I had like layers and layers. I mean, dude, that thing.
So we're eating, right, in the middle of all this scene. It's like, fuck, right? And we hadn't got that food fucking pasta coma yet.
Yep.
We hadn't gotten the dessert coma yet.
Nope.
And Frankie goes, next time I gotta order that. I go, wait a minute, bro. We haven't finished yet, dog. Son of a bitch.
Yo.
That shit was hilarious, bro.
I know.
But good food, man.
Great
We had a
food,
great
man.
time. But like I said, you should probably reflect when you're eating. I didn't feel, dude, I felt so much more fuller than I ever do at Korean barbecue.
Yes.
And we eat a lot at Korean barbecue.
Yes, we do.
But fucking pasta. Son of a bitch.
Yeah. It expands.
Fucking, on the drive home, Sexy Sasquatch is fucking tapping out. I
Yeah.
see him sitting up, and little by little, he starts sinking in the back. He's not fucking talking.
Yeah.
Like, hey, are you cool? It like got quiet in the back seat, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, it did.
I was like, oh, okay. So me and you were just like kind of talking. Me and you were kind of talking.
We were chopping
Our
it.
energy wasn't the same.
I know. I was like, it was even a point where I was like, Tino, you alright? Yeah.
And I saw him going like, I'm cool. And he starts slinking back because I saw it in my back, my peripheral shit. And I was like, all right, bro, he's out. He's not going to be along for the ride, bro. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever.
He was in a food coma.
But what a great fucking night. Again, like, there's a lot of, hey, I'm going to let everybody know, man, there's a lot of things to be doing. There's a lot of free things. I know, like, when I was driving home last week, like, the City of Buena Park had their Christmas tree lighting ceremony.
Ooh.
There's a lot of things to be part of. I know it might not be the best time of year for you, or maybe if you're going through some shit still, but a lot of the places are doing free things to be a part of, or cheap things to be a part of. If you can, y'all, look up in your local cities or whatever, and if you're sober, there's a lot of fucking events that are coming up. Or clean. A lot of events that are coming up, but if you're not, there's a lot of free things to be a part of and whatever. Please be a part of them, because this time of the year, especially when we're reflecting, it could really affect us negatively. Yep. Please don't let it drag you down, man. Rock the end of your year fucking hard, man. Be a part of shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's easy to get sunk down, like we were talking about before, or whatever. But like last night was great. I was reflecting even in that moment when we were going through everything. You know, I was hoping everybody was having a good time and whatever. But it really reflected on having my Monster Squad around. I love each and every one of them, and I really did appreciate that we were able to do a Halloween thing during Christmas, because I'm a freak. I'm kind of like that. And sometimes when you reflect, you kind of realize, you know, how precious certain people in your life that are still around, you know what I mean, are, right? So I wanted to kind of, the last portion of this deal, kind of see how important it is to have that reflection, to see the people that are in your life kind of a deal. And you know, who those important people are. So I'll kind of go with Frankie with this, you know, reflecting on like the people that are around, bro. Because I know like the last few years you talk about there's a lot of people, you know, that have passed away and shit like that, whatever. But looking at your life, like who are the people, you know, with reflecting, who are the people that you kind of feel, you know what I mean, fulfill your life, or you kind of feel you're grateful for them still being around?
You know, man, tough question, but you know, honestly, you know, I'm grateful for, you know, I'm grateful for everybody that's in my life right now, you know, and you know, for the future people that I meet, you know, hopefully, you know, if God, you know, allows us to cross paths, I think so. But I'm really grateful for everybody I have in my life right now. My family, my brother, my Monster Squad, you guys, man, have helped me through fucking rough times, man, going through rough times. You guys have encouraged me, support me, you know what I mean? No matter how difficult sometimes I, you know, kick my own fucking ass. You know, I self-negative talk sometimes, you know what I mean? You know, and all that stuff, you know. But, you know, I cherish every single one of you guys, man. Every single one of you guys are in my life, man. You guys are valuable to me, man. I love you guys with so much kind of respect. You know, each one of you guys have given me something special in my life that I apply every single day that helps me get through it. You know what I mean? Even in my lowest moment, I remind myself, what will my Monster Squad, you know, do at this moment? What would they tell me? You know what I mean? So I try as much as reflect, you know, on that and keep you guys, you know, around, because you guys, I appreciate you guys, man. Every moment. Every moment I spend with you guys.
That's right. And the check's in the mail. No, and the reason why I was saying, bro, like, you know, we're reflecting on good times, whatever, and a lot of people don't understand. It's like, a lot of people, when they're reflecting this time of year, you know, maybe life's not going where it's at, but, you know, we start reflecting on who is in our lives, who's not in our lives, why people are in our lives, and we do all this shit. You know, get to the point, hopefully everybody, if you listen to these podcasts or whatever the fuck, right?
Right.
Hopefully you get something from them, but also you got to understand, there's more people around in your life than you probably think. And a lot of us, we kind of, I don't know about you, but I start reflecting a little bit around this time of year, like, why isn't this person in my life when I really wanted them in my life, bro, or whatever? Or why did they not stick around? Or why did our paths, you know, fucking split or whatever? And I've been doing that lately this week too, because I've been like, you know, it's like, well, fucking, especially when you're buying Christmas presents, you're like, fuck, I wish I didn't know so many fucking people. You know what I mean? But I was realizing a lot of that, where it's like, you know, it's easy for us to get into a point where we're looking at, you know, the back of the past year, like even with the podcast or whatever, you know what I mean? There's some times where I'm like, oh, we had a lot of numbers, a lot of people were listening, and they weren't, and, you know, like, it just goes up and down, bro, you know what I mean, kind of a deal, right?
Yep.
And part of the thing that I've kind of realized as well is, you know, we look at people that are not around or whatever, and especially if they're still around with us, you know, on Earth, you know, we start getting that negative mode, like, you know, maybe was it me or why or this and whatever. It's like, look, whoever's in your fucking life, man, like you were saying, hopefully you appreciate them, especially if they're contacting you, especially if they're still at least throwing you a text or some kind of shit, right?
Right.
To be able to have that communication still or whatever. You know, I know for me, sorry, my foot's all fucked up. It's all that pasta. You know, for me, you know, I've been reflecting a lot on my Monster Squad, like my family, you know, that are still around and stuff. You know, seeing certain people that are still kind of around, you know what I'm saying? Yes. And I was talking with my buddies, Tony, about this guy that when I first got sober, that, you know, he's homeless now, he's struggling, whatever, but that's the life he chose. And I was reflecting with Tony about this on Friday, because we went out for dinner, because me and him are going to be doing an intervention for this family in a couple weeks, and we're trying to prep them, whatever. So we got some dinner before we went to go visit the family. Right. And we're talking about this dude, like, that in 2009, I met him, that's how I met Tony, because the guy was living in a sober living. Right. I was telling Tony, I said, well, fuck, dude, he's you know, he's out there homeless, struggling, whatever the hell it is, but that's the life he's choosing. And he had a lot of opportunities, but I think when I met him, he had like about a year and a half sober, right? And I was like, fuck, dude, that was like 15 years ago, dog. Like, that's fucking insane, you know what I mean? And I was reflecting with Tony about, you know, throughout all these fucking years, like me and him, I've known Tony for 15 years, that we're still around, or we've helped each other in our careers, and we're doing interventions now. We probably will start a recovery services company next year,
nice.
And stuff. And I was like, fuck, we're still around, bro. Like we still talk, we still whatever. And that's why last week I was talking about people, make sure, like, if you still have grudges and there's still people in your life, is the grudge and resentment that fucking important to keep, like, alive, bro? You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, maybe this year, you know what I mean? And like I said, we got a couple more episodes. We'll do like a Christmas episode, and we'll do a fucking whatever, you know what I mean? A couple of different episodes, but, about gift giving and stuff. But, maybe is like grudge and resentment isn't that important to keep you blocked from somebody that's still around in your life, bro. You know what I mean? Maybe you got to swallow your pride a little bit, and it's time to fucking drop that fucking bullshit. You know what I mean? Because life's too short. You know what I'm saying? And it's true. You know what I mean? We reflect a lot, whatever, but like sometimes things might not be the way you want them, but are they enough?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Does it fulfill you?
Oh, of course. I mean, that's one of the biggest things that I've kind of noticed, when I'm reflecting, especially I'm changing that mindset of like, well, who still is around? You know what I mean? Who this or who that or whatever the fuck the case is. Like, you know what I mean? Are these grudges that important? Or this is important or whatever? You know what I mean? There's some people that, I used to talk to and now I don't or whatever. And I'm like, I wish they would talk to me. I'm like, but if they don't, they don't, bro. And I got to be okay with that. You know what I mean? I don't have to like it. But, is it enough for me if I'm missing that one fucking Pepsi can that I'm not fucking appreciating the 5 that are still around, dog? You know what I mean? And think about that with the people in your life. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just saying that personally because last week my uncle passed, my Uncle Charlie. He was fighting cancer. He finally got him. I can't go to the funeral this next week. It's in Texas, and I can't make it. But a lot of my family have been posting pictures and whatever. And he was a great uncle. Every time I would visit El Paso, he was a cool uncle. He married my aunt, and that's how he got into the family and stuff. And he played in the band, but he was really cool. Always a cool cat, man. Really loving and stuff. And he ended up finally, losing his battle to cancer last week. I got the text while I was at work. It was on Wednesday.
Wow.
And my cousin texted me. She goes, "Hey, cousin, good morning." And I was like, "All right, cool. I haven't heard my cousin for a while."
Wow.
And she's like, "Hey, just so you know, my dad passed." And I went, "What?" And it shocked me, bro. And I really got into reflection mode. I think that's why. And even my boss, I told her, I said, "Yeah, my dad." I was talking to some coworkers, even my clients. I was processing and shit. And my boss was like, "Are you okay to be here?" I said, "Well, yeah, I need money." You know what I mean? Like, I gotta get paid, bro. But I stuck around through this week and whatever, and I just reflected here and there. I allowed myself Thursday a little time to kind of feel it, and I was reading some literature and stuff and whatever. And
you also reached out too.
I reached out a lot, for sure, on certain things because it made me have to reflect on my life. You know what I mean?
Right.
But that's one of the things, like, for me, I started realizing, like, that's why last night was so very important to me that you and Sasquatch and Spooky Bitch went with me, because having the loss in my family allowed me to really appreciate more of the family that I still have.
Right.
And I'm very appreciative for you and Spooky Bitch and Sexy Sasquatch and the Monster Squad and the Wolf Pack and people that have been in my life have not. And if you're not in my life, you're fucking missing out. Fuck you. Because I'm pretty fucking fantastic.
Yes.
But it did, and I think that, whenever I was reflecting a little bit, it made me appreciate the things I got and the people I got around, man. And maybe this is the time for y'all to kind of do that shit with yourselves. Maybe it's the time of year where it's like, look, it's 2024.
End of 2024.
End of 2024, you know what I mean? And we're almost in 2025,
Yes.
and maybe it's that time to fucking do that, man. And but that's what happened with me last week. That kind of got me more into, like, you know what? I don't want to waste more time. I don't want to do this or whatever. And it got me into more of a reflecting mode for sure. So hopefully everybody getting something from this podcast. Please make sure you share, you like, you tell people about the podcast. Get some people to know what's cracking and be like, hey, dog, you got to listen to this fucking podcast, right? I'm even telling clients, like, my podcast is Howling at Life. You should listen. So I got some people fucking subscribing. You know what I mean? But maybe it's the time of year to do that, man, as a reflection. You know, maybe it's time to fucking be able to, you know, kind of get into that mode. So, thank you everybody for joining us this fucking episode with everything. Hopefully you get a point where you reflect or whatever the hell's going on with you, for sure. But in honor of my Uncle Charlie, man, I'm gonna fucking get emotional. In honor of my Uncle Charlie, who used to play a lot in his band, he's gonna be greatly missed. He was a really cool uncle, man. And I didn't visit El Paso a lot, but you know, when we do visit, man, you know, family is together for sure. So, thank you for listening. Thank you for subscribing. Hopefully, you get some reflection out there. Again, I'm fucking tearing up for this. In honor of my Uncle Charlie playing us out, a little bit of Sleepwalk. Rest in peace, Uncle Charlie. I'm glad your fight's over and you're rocking out in heaven, man. So, thank you, everybody. We'll join you next episode for sure. So, this is for Uncle Charlie.